What's going on, you guys? As you can see from the video, we're talking all about body recomposition. And in the meantime, I wanted to run you guys through my quick leg workout. This is gonna be a nice short video, no longer than 5 minutes. So let's get right into it. So this is my first movement of the day. This is the pendulum squat. I'm getting right into my warm-up set. When I warm up, I like to warm up with no weight on the machine, bar, whatever it is. I like to just focus on moving through the movement pattern, getting my body and my mind prepped in order to go for the lift. Gotta get the muscles moving, gotta get the body primed. Second warm-up set, we got a little bit of weight on the machine. My goal today as I go for the set is to get about 2 reps away from failing. So I'm gonna keep ramping up. I think I'm gonna go 2 more plates on each side and a little bit of change plates, and should be good to go. So let's get into the reason you guys clicked this video, body recomposition. So for you guys that don't know what body recomposition is, it's the ability to be able to lose fat and build muscle at the same exact time. There's a lot of people that try to go for this as a way to save time, but the reality is that it's only seen in a certain amount of situations. So when it comes to losing fat and building muscle at the same time, there's really only 4 times that it happens. If someone's overweight and they're losing weight and just is introduced to weight training, if someone's brand new to weight training overall, if someone's brand new to dieting and maybe hadn't really done it that much before, and then finally, someone coming back from an injury, so who had been previously trained before is now detrained and getting back into it. So unless you're in one of those 4 categories, it makes it a lot tougher to lose fat and build muscle at the exact same time. But let's break down each one of these right now. So the most common situation where you see someone who's able to lose fat and build muscle at the same time is when they're coming down in weight. And this is because they're introducing something new into their regimen. If they weren't weight training previously and now they start weight training, what their body tends to do is it starts to build muscle mass. And then at the same time, if they're in a caloric deficit, so eating less calories than the energy that they're putting out, then they're by default going to start to lose weight, and then their muscles are starting to adapt to this new stimulus of weight training, so therefore their muscles actually start to grow. Even though there might be less nutrients than most favorable for the majority of people to gain muscle, it's enough because it's so brand new. Think about it with almost anything in life. Your body or your mind starts to adapt pretty rapidly, and then you get better and better at that skill the more and more you do it. Same thing happens with weight training. The second most common situation where a person can build muscle and lose fat at the same time is, again, if they're brand new to training. If you've never weight trained before, your body's just gonna adapt to that new stimulus. In the exact opposite way, if you're more on the lighter side, you might be able to build more muscle as you lose body fat because you'll be gaining weight from actually getting accustomed to weightlifting, so your muscles are growing. And then just simply moving around more, you could be hiking up your metabolism, and you might lose some additional body fat, similar to as if someone were overweight coming down in weight. So the research points towards your weight not being a huge factor if you're very new to the stimulus. Regardless of if you're overweight or even slightly under, you might be able to lose body fat as you build more muscle mass because it's something brand new to you. Set's getting me. Whew. So the third and most common way, if you're not tracking your protein intake, you're not taking care of how much fat you're ingesting, as well as your carbohydrate intake, and then you start to look at all 3 of those factors, it can be the difference in your physique being okay to your physique being great. Now, understanding your calorie amount is one thing, but the actual macro breakdown definitely makes a difference. So if you're looking to lose fat and build muscle at the same time, I'd recommend starting with your diet. The last thing I'll mention, if someone's coming back from an injury, that can make a huge difference on whether they can build muscle and lose fat at the same time. Just like if you're brand new to the stimulus, coming back from an injury kind of gives a reset to your body. Put simply, it's gonna be in a similar state. It's untrained, and therefore it's gonna respond to things in a better way. Now, the one good thing about coming back from an injury is that you do have muscle memory. So your muscles should be able to not only return back to where you were, but if you're prioritizing things properly, adding new stimulus to your training, keeping your activity level even higher, so moving around more, you could lose fat and build more muscle at the same time. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. My number 1 recommendation would actually be to shoot for either gaining muscle mass first or losing weight first. You're gonna see the best benefit from picking one versus the other rather than trying to focus on both at the same exact time. Because when you commit to one versus the other, you can fully give yourself to it. You don't have to worry about having as many nuances as you would if you're trying to do both at the exact same time. And in the long run, you'll probably actually save yourself more time by committing to a bulk or committing to a cut and then going for the opposite rather than trying to do both at the same time. If you like videos like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and consider leaving a like and a comment. It really helps out a lot, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.